What's up, e-bikers? Welcome to the Great Escape. This is the Escape Ranger, 72 volts, built for speed. Let's go.
Green blur, cities hum, another day, another drone, stuck in traffic, slow death crawl. Feel the walls closing in, but there's a hum in my blood, a whisper of escape.
Speed test here. So Alex at maximum charge said he got 50 on this thing. I'm only at 69%, so I just set it to 61 as the throttle mileage or top speed, but I'm not sure we're going to hit that with that level of battery, so we'll give it a shot here and see what we do. Electric Hummer, cool. All right. I can only do top speed in PS5. Right now I'm PS2, which is Tour. We got some traffic here. Get my mirrors set up. All right. Now I'm in Sport. Sport Plus. Kicking off here. We're already at 30. I'm in Boost now. There's 40. Got to tuck a little bit here. 42, 43, 45, a lot of wind, oh man, 45, 46, 47, 48, 48.7 I hit, and it's too much traffic, so. Take a left here. I got my signal on. Ooh. Yeah, that boost mode is very torquey. Woohoo! Let's turn that down a bit. We're gonna do a hill test. Test out the brakes a bit. Show you what those are like, and give my likes and dislikes on this Escape Ranger. Let's go. Alright, e-bikers, welcome to the Great Escape again. This is the Ranger 72 volt speed e-bike, or power performance e-bike. That's what electric or Escape Electric Bikes calls it. And it's available for pre-order right now. It takes about 1 to 2 months to get this thing, I believe. At least that's what the website says. Joel, the owner, is based down in Tennessee, so you can get a hold of them if you need to. If you have questions about ordering, things like that, so you use their chat thing there, and they'll help you out. So this bike is about $2,749. Use code Chris100 to get $100 off. I'll throw a QR code on the screen as well for you. Comes in this gray, red, or blue. I really like the gray color. It's kind of like a battleship gray. That's why I chose it. And we're going to name this bike at some point here. I asked the community for name ideas. Got some good ones, so we'll go through those eventually. And I'll get a nice sticker for this bike and name it. But this is a 5,000 watt peak e-bike, and it's a complete Bafang system with a 3,000 watt nominal motor back there that peaks at 5,000. We have 2 batteries, 72 volts, 35 amp hours total. We have a 15 amp hour right here and a 20 amp hour down here on the down tube. Heavy e-bike. This thing weighs 135 pounds, right? So it is massive. It's the heaviest e-bike I've owned. Let me shut it off. It is just a beast, but it's a lot of fun. It's a nice small package here in this 20x4 format. So let's go over the specs, tell you more about what the Ranger has in store. Let's talk about range. So Alex over at Maximum Charge said he got 30 miles with high-speed throttle-only riding. I did, just on my early test here, I did 15 miles and the battery's down to about 70%. So my guess is you're gonna get around 45 to 50 miles with sort of real-world riding, you know, when you're doing 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that's my guess anyway. We'll do a range test eventually on this e-bike. And the listed range is 85 miles. That's in low pedal assist. Okay, so you're not gonna get 85 miles with throttle on this thing. You have 20, I think it's 2,500 watt hours with the two batteries there. So pretty good range overall. And again, it's a heavy e-bike, so you got a lot of weight to move around there. When it comes to sizing, the bike is, I think, about 72 inches long. Again, 135 pounds. The batteries weigh like 35 of those pounds. So they're pretty beefy. 100 without it. I'm 6 foot. This bike fits me really well. You can raise the seat post. It actually comes with 2 seat posts, a short one and a longer one. The short one seems to be fine for me. You know, I don't get full pedal extension, but this is a bike you're not going to pedal. It's a throttle-only e-bike, in my opinion. Here in Connecticut, it's considered a motor-driven cycle, so I need a driver's license to ride this thing. But I can ride it on the roads. Technically speaking, I'm not supposed to ride in the trails, I don't think so, but basically going to be riding this on the road anyway. Also above the batteries, again, 15 amp hour, 72 volt, 20 amp hour, 72 volt. It comes with 2 chargers, 2 3.5 amp high capacity chargers. So you got to do them each one. This one has an on and off switch. Here's your charge port here. On the other side is where you'll find the charge port for the bottom battery, which is popping out there. And here's your key slot. And here's your charge indicator on the side of the bike right here. So that's a look at the batteries. This is a 60 volt system. The controller's located in here. And again, this is all Bafang electronics here. So controllers Bafang, motors Bafang, and the display up there is Bafang. So it's a top-notch system here, and it's the first time in my e-bike career I've had that kind of Bafang complete system. They are the, I think, the best and the biggest motor component maker in the business, and the electronics on this thing are definitely top-notch. Look at that motor back there. 190 newton meters of torque, the torquest e-bike I have ever ridden by far. And look at the size of this motor, it's just massive. It's got these big 12 gauge spokes back here. And that's just one powerful beast of a motor right there. Dual suspension e-bike, as you can see, you got the twin front fork up here. This is an EXO fork. Not sure what the travel is on that. And here is the mid shock here, a D&M air shock. I can't see the model number on it, but I think it's the one that most e-bikes come with today. These dual suspension ones. Here's your air intake, and here's your lockout over here on this this lever here. Really nice travel. A big beefy linkage up here. This bike is, it's not, I wouldn't call it plush in terms of just out of the box, but you can certainly adjust that if you need to. It's been pretty comfortable for me going over bumps. And here's a look at that twin front fork on the e-bike itself. Let's take a look at how that travel looks when I depress it. Heavy e-bike, so it's got compression up top here. There, I think I loosened it a bit. So not a ton of travel, I would say a couple of inches there overall. But you can do preload here up on the top. And by the way, it says a really good warranty. So 3 years on the frame, 2 years for the batteries, and all Bafang components, meaning the motor, controller, and display, are 30 months, 2.5 years for the warranty there. So pretty good peace of mind when you're buying something like this. The drivetrain, we have 8 speeds on this e-bike. We have a trigger shifter up front, or sorry, 7 speeds. I did push it over a little bit more, so it wouldn't interfere with the throttle. I've got pretty good clearance there with that on the back lever. As you can see right there, it's kind of close to the throttle, but just move it out a little bit and you'll have plenty of space there. Here's a look at that chain ring up front. This is a 56 tooth. It's only single-sided, so this chain can come off, particularly when it's in 7th gear. I would keep it in 6th, so it's a little more taut. And out of the box, I had a little bit of trouble with it. It's supposed to come with an 1134 tooth. I got a smaller one, so they sent me that as well, so I could put that on. But yours will come with an 1134 tooth freewheel back there. And this is a Shimano Acera derailleur that you're looking at here. It was a little bit bent when I got it. I had to bend it back into place. And when you get your e-bike should be able to do this backward pedal with a nice smooth run on it. If it's not doing that, it's probably bent. So keep that in mind. You can just bend it back, with your hand down here and straighten it out. Here's your tires and brakes. These nice Blackcat. These are like the Allscapes, I guess, out there. Blackcat is the brand. 20x4s. Nice hybrid tread here, of course. Metal fenders on the e-bike. I don't like that, actually. 203mm rotors here. 4-piston Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. And you got yourself an orange reflector on there. So that's a look at the overall tires and brake action. Again, these are, I think they're 10 gauge spokes on the front and 12 on the back, I believe, or vice versa. And that's a look at the tires and brakes here on the Escape Ranger. This is a torque or cadence sensor e-bike. You can do it in both. I chose torque. That's kind of my main riding methods. I want resistance on the pedals anyway. And with a cadence sensor on a bike like this, which is so powerful, you turn those pedals, it's going to take off on you. So I recommend riding in the torque sensor mode because when you do pedal, it's kind of like a regular bike almost. That's what's cool about this e-bike. You can really tame this thing as far as the settings goes. We'll get into that shortly. And stay tuned for some night riding as well. But it's nice that you can put this in torque or cadence sensor and ride it as you wish. So it's very, very customizable as far as that goes. When it comes to the aesthetics of this e-bike, I really like it. It's a different frame for sure. It's got a little space back here, so I'm gonna put like a little cup holder, I think, on this thing or something just to take up the space. But overall, I really like the looks. The handlebars are a little strange in terms of the setup there. We have kind of adjustable stem there. I'm gonna put a hard stem on there, I think, this can get loose if you don't tighten that down properly. And I just don't like that, having that there. I'd rather have just a fixed stem. And the handlebars, they're squared. I may want to put these into more of a curved handlebar system there, make it look a little bit nicer. But other than that, it's a pretty good looking e-bike all the way around. Parts are quality, high quality, and it's a unique frame style that nobody really has on the market today. All right, here's a look at your handlebar setup here. These are pretty wide handlebars. On the right side, I've added mirrors from Bichow. You have these locking grips here. Probably gonna change these out to more ergonomic ones. Here's your throttle, your 7-speed shifter, Tektro brakes. Display, we'll come back to that later. I added a bell. It's got a horn, turn signals here. Here's your display pad or control pad. Power buttons here, up and down. And that's about it. This is for your light. Lights on or off. And left side grip as well. So that's your cockpit operations there. All right, let's talk about the display here, the Bafang display. On the left side here, if you hold down plus and minus, or the top two buttons here at the same time, you go into the settings here. So you got brightness, you got auto shut off, you got your clock, you got your different themes here. You can choose from different themes on the display itself, which is kind of cool. Modes, trip reset, and more. I'm going to scroll down using the bottom key here. And we get into the settings, click on the power button. And here you go. You got 4 sections here. Class 2, no. That's where you do the class 3 thing when you first get the bike. PS mode, I'm in torque. You got passwords in there. If I hold down the power key, I'm going to go into those settings. If I use the up key, I go there. Let's see here. I want to go back to the main menu. I want to scroll. Yeah, scroll the bottom one here. I got wheel size, speed limit. So set to 35. It's for pedal, I think, but it doesn't really matter because you can change the throttle speed limit in a second. I'll show you that. Language, English. I don't know what this is for. Theme, fashion, technology. Makes no sense to me. And then riding parameters. So here's where you do your pedal speed limit percentages. So let's look at that. This is where you're going to really want to change stuff here. So pedal speed limit. So you got PS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see here I've got 35%, 50%, 65, 90, and 100. So I'm ramping up the speed as I go, as I pedal. Okay. If we scroll out of that, use the bottom arrows to navigate, hit exit. You can do the current limit. So the current limit is where basically the amperage you're putting through that motor, right? So again, I did the same thing there, 35, 50, 65, 90, 100%. And now the throttle. So throttle speed limit is percentages. Again, 35, 50, 65, 90, 100%. So PS5, it's where I get top speed. And the throttle current limit there, that's where your levels of power come in with that throttle. I've got PS1 to 25%, 50, 65, 90, 100% as you go through there. So you have total flexibility here as far as tuning this bike to your needs. Okay, pedal speed limit set at 35, throttle speed limit set at 61. You have to okay to the conditions when you change that wheel size, wheel parameters there. So that's a look at this. Click on both to go back. And then one other thing, if you double tap the power key, you get into the settings here. You got trip mile, max speed, 16.1 average. I think if I click it again, I get cadence, time, and there's one more. There's where you get voltages and amperage, wattage, and your range here too. So it says I have 22 miles left of range at my current average speed, I guess. So those are screens available to you as well on this e-bike. So let's look at the display. Very customizable and very nice from Bafang. Oh, there's also an app as well, the Bafang Go app. You can pair the bike and change some of the settings. It has navigation as well in the app, so you can do that. And I did pair the bike as well, but again, I rarely use apps anyway, but you know, it's nice to know it's there. And you can change some of the settings as well from that app. All right, here's a look at the Ranger at night. That's the headlight there. It's pretty bright, guys. Check out that throw. That is nice to buy. Let's do a little quick at night right here for you around my neighborhood streets. And here's a look at that screen. And here's a look at the tail light back here. Glow in the dark red, pretty nice. Let's put those turn signals on. And there's the left turn signal. Here's the right turn signal. It's pretty bright. Definitely can see that thing. Here's the turn signal from farther away, so you can see it there and see what that throw looks like. All right, let's take it for a little cruise here, just see how it is at night. And that headlight basically takes up half the road in terms of the width of it. So, you know, if I'm riding on the right side of the road, I can see everything in front of me here on the right side. You can adjust that lamp head, make it more ahead there. Oh yeah, that's even better. You got a street light here, so let's see. Got a car coming. I'm gonna go back here, a little darker. Yeah, you can see everything on this headlight. Need to find a darker street. There's a dark patch here. It lights up the whole road essentially. It's pretty nice. I dig it. A dark stretch up here. And we'll turn around in this cul-de-sac up here. Hard to see the buttons at night, so I was fumbling around for the PS switch. Nice. Look at that throw. Very powerful light. Doesn't look at it from the front, but or you know, in daylight, but it is. And one other thing I want to show you is the front headlight turn signals, which I didn't realize they had. So I want to pull over here in the dark and put that turn signal on. So put it on. Yeah, you can see the turn signal right here. How it shines there. So just look at that front light. Actually, yes, there's two lights there. And that turn signal in the front is not that bright, but you got something there at least, so. And this bike is kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It doesn't look particularly fast if you're just standing next to it looking at it. But it essentially is it can go as fast as a lot of motorcycles. Let's do one more speed run here. I don't know if I have enough room to hit 50 here, but we'll give it a shot. And then boost now. 30. 40. And 45 I got to. Let's try the brakes right here at 40 miles an hour. Wow, those things are amazing. Best brakes I've ever had in an e-bike. 203s on the rotors, 203 millimeters. Wow. It didn't fishtail at all. Coming there, it stopped at 35 miles an hour, whatever it was. Then we go up a hill, we're doing 30 up a hill. But I'm gonna take it to my regular hill climb. We'll see how she does there. 33. All right. Here's my hill test. Throttle only. I'm only in sport. I'm not even in boost. We're doing 21, 22. I'll bump it up here. Sport Plus. I'll put it into boost. 30 miles an hour, 32, 33, crazy. I've never gone this fast up a hill. 32 miles an hour, 31, I hit 30 there. That was quick. Let's try the 15% grade up here. We'll do it from a dead stop. This thing's gonna crush it. All right, let's hear it. It's in boost. Let me put it. Sport Plus. Oh my God. Felt that front tire kick up a bit a little bit there. Yeah, just crushed it. You don't even need to put it in boost on this hill. It'll climb it in eco probably. And we'll try the brakes down here coming down a steep hill and see how they are. I've only got 23 miles on this bike. So the brakes probably aren't that bedded in. Oh, they're so controlled. Wow. There's no fishtailing, and they stopped really short on that run there. Man, this bike is a lot of fun, guys. I'm having a blast on this thing. I just love the way it handles with that center of gravity down there. Taking turns here. Man, it's so quick. Gotta love it. There's a bump there, didn't even feel that. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna give you like 4 or 5 things I would change about this e-bike. So let's go do that and wrap up this video so I can go plug this thing in. Nice fall colors here in early November. Let's bring it up here in this parking lot. And we'll talk about it. Let's talk about what I would change on the bike or what I don't like about it. Starting off with the fenders up here, they're metal. I'd rather have a nice just polymer plastic fender on there, or rubber fender or something. In my opinion, it's going to make noise. In fact, I'm already getting some clanks on the rear one. I think because maybe the shock a little bit, but the single-sided chain ring could be an issue. I've seen a couple. I know Alex on his video, the chain came off. Not much clearance back here at all. Really small clearance. So I couldn't even find a 56 double-sided chain ring on Amazon anyway, even if I wanted to put it on. So that's the problem. The Acera derailleur back here, again, was bent out of the box. And it's working fine now, but yeah, wasn't crazy about that. I've got a new freewheel, 1134, he sent me. What else? The handlebar system here, you know, it's not for everyone, I don't think. And I didn't, when I first saw the bike, I thought it was kind of weird. With that adjustable stem there. So I'm going to put a hard one in, just a regular, kind of a taller one there, maybe get some different bars that are rounded on the bottom, just for a smoother, cleaner look. I throw a bag on front, so that helps as far as just cleaning up the look a bit. If you want to do that instead, you can. These handlebars are pretty tall off the ground. I see they're a good 48 inches at least, something like that. I think on the website it said maybe 49, but this is a power performance e-bike, guys. But I paid money for this, $2,800. Shipping is going to take a while. The pre-orders are open. I think it says you have to pay $300 up front, and then the rest 7 days later. And it's going to take 1 to 2 months roughly. But go on their website, Escape. I'll put it on the screen here. I forget the actual URL. Use their chat. Joel, he's based in Tennessee. There, they have an actual e-bike shop in Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So you can pick it up there as well. So they're in the U.S. You know, they're selling these e-bikes. They have a 26x4 as well called the Titan that Gary from Gary's E-Bike Adventures has. If you want to check that out. And I really like it. I paid for it. Glad I bought it. I wanted a bike that can, you know, keep up with traffic, and this is that e-bike, while at the same time looking kind of like a regular type of e-bike. It's beefy, it's heavy, but it's a ton of fun to ride, and I'm pretty excited about the purchase and looking forward to riding this thing for many years. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about the Escape Ranger. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for more on this e-bike. So definitely more coming soon.
Another drone stuck in traffic, slow death crawl. Feel the walls closing in, but there's a hum in my blood, a whisper of it. escape.